Hi, altruistic well wishes and constructive critics. I take it for granted that you and your beloved ones are in a fine figure. It's activist cum preacher Professor A. Suresh back with sheer ecstasy for my 77th video on the anvil of publication on YouTube today, 9th of September 2020. Topic for discussion today is meditation for holistic alignment of body, mind and life. Meditation is a practice where an individual uses a techniques such as mindfulness or focusing the mind on a particular object, thought or activity to train attention and awareness and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state. Scholars have found meditation difficult to define as practices vary both between traditions and within them. Meditation has been practiced since 1500 BCE antiquity in numerous religious traditions, often as part of the path towards enlightenment and self-realization. The earliest records of meditation, dhyana, came from the Hindu traditions of Vedantism, and meditation has a long tradition of being a practice in Hinduism. Since the 19th century, Asian meditative techniques have spread to other cultures, where they are also found application in non-spiritual contexts such as business and health. Meditation may be used with the aim of reducing stress, anxiety, depression and pain, and increasing peace, perception, self-concept and well-being. Meditation is under research to define its possible health and other effects. The English meditation is derived from Old French meditation, in turn from Latin meditatio, from a verb meditare, meaning to think, contemplate, devise and ponder. Meditation has proven difficult to define as it covers a wide range of dissimilar practices in different traditions. In popular usage, the word meditation and the phrase meditative practice are often used imprecisely to designate practices found across many cultures. These can include almost anything that is claimed to train the attention of mind or to teach calm or compassion. There remains no definition of necessary and sufficient criteria for meditation that has achieved universal or widespread acceptance within the modern scientific community. In 1971, Claudio Naranjo noted that the word meditation has been used to designate a variety of practices that differ enough from one another so that we find trouble in defining what meditation is. A 2009 study noted a persistent lack of consensus in the literature and seeming intractability of defining meditation. Dictionaries give both the original Latin meaning of thinking deeply about something as well as the popular usage of focusing one's mind for a period of time. The act of giving your attention to only one thing, either as a religious activity or as a way of becoming calm and relaxed, and to engage in mental exercise for the purpose of reaching a heightened level of spiritual awareness. In the West, meditation techniques have sometimes been thought of in two broad categories: focused or concentrative meditation and open monitoring or mindfulness meditation. Direction of mental attention. A practitioner can focus intensely on one particular object or on all mental events that enter the field of awareness, or both specific focal points in the field of awareness. Focused methods include paying attention to the breath, to an idea or feeling, or to a mantra, transcendental meditation and single point meditation. Open monitoring methods include mindfulness, sikantasa, and other awareness states. Practices using both methods include vipassana and samatha. In no thought methods, the practitioner is fully alert, aware, and in control of their faculties, but does not experience any unwanted thought activity. This is in contrast to the common meditative approaches of being detached from and non-judgmental of thoughts, but not of aiming for thoughts to cease. In the meditation practice of the Sahaja Yoga spiritual movement, the focus is on thought ceasing. Clear light yoga also aims at a state of no mental contact, as does the no thought state taught by Huineng and the teaching of Hoshan Weia. One proposal is that transcendental meditation, possibly other techniques, be grouped as an automatic self-transcending set of techniques. Other typologies include dividing meditation into concentrative, generative, receptive, and reflective practices. The transcendental meditation technique recommends practice of 20 minutes twice per day. Some techniques suggest less time, especially when starting meditation. And Richard Davidson has quoted research saying benefits can be achieved with the practice of only 8 minutes per day. Some meditators practice for much longer, particularly when on a course or retreat. Some meditators find practice best in hours before dawn. Asanas and positions such as the full lotus, half lotus, Burmese, Sisa, and kneeling positions are popular in Buddhism, Jainism, and Hinduism, although other postures such as sitting, supine, lying, and standing are also used. Meditation is also sometimes done while walking, known as kin hin, while doing a simple task mindfully, known as samu, or while lying down as savasana. Some religions have traditions of using prayer beads as tools in devotional meditation. Most prayer beads and Christian rosaries consist of pearls of beads linked together by a thread. The Roman Catholic rosary is a string of beads containing 5 sets with 10 small beads. The Hindu Japamala has 108 beads. The figure 108 itself has spiritual significance, as well as those used in Gaudiya Vaishnavism and Hare Krishna tradition. Jainism and Buddhist prayer beads, each bead is counted once as a person recites a mantra until the person has gone all the way around the mala. The Muslim Misbah has 99 beads. Richard Davidson has expressed the view of that having a narrative can help maintenance of daily practice. For instance, he himself prostrates to the teachings and meditates not primarily for my benefit but for the benefit of others. There are many schools and styles of meditation within Hinduism. In pre-modern and traditional Hinduism, yoga and dhyana are practiced to realize one union of one's eternal self or soul, one's Atman. So, in Advaita Vedanta, that is equated with the omnipresent and non-dual Brahman. In the dualistic yoga school and Samkhya, the self is called Purusha, a pure consciousness separate from matter. Depending on the tradition, the liberating event is named Moksha, Vimukti, or Kaivalya. The earliest clear references to meditation in Hindu literature are in the Middle Upanishads and Mahabharata, including Bhagavad Gita. According to Gavin Flood, the earlier Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is describing meditation when it states that having become calm and concentrated, one perceives the self, Atman, within oneself. Jain meditation and spiritual practices system were referred as salvation path. It has 3 parts, calling the Ratnaya 3 jewels: right perception and faith, right knowledge and right contact. Meditation in Jainism aims at realizing the self, attaining salvation and taking the soul to complete freedom. It aims to reach and to remain in the pure state of soul, which is believed to be pure consciousness beyond any attachment or aversion. The practitioner strives to be just a knower. Jain meditation can be broadly categorized to Dharmya Dhyana and Shukla Dhyana. There is a rich tradition of mantra in Jainism. All Jain followers, irrespective of the sect, whether Dihambara or Svatambara, practice mantra. Mantra chanting is an important part of daily lives of Jain monks and followers. Mantra chanting can be done either loudly or silently in mind. Contemplation is a very old and important meditation technique. The practitioner meditates deeply on subtle facts. In Agniya Vichaya, one contemplates on 7 facts: life and non-life, the inflow, bondage, stoppage and removal of karmas, duties. Karma means duty, whatever. And the final accomplishment of liberation. In Apaya Vichaya, one contemplates on the incorrect insights one indulges, which eventually develops right insight. In Vipaya Vichaya, one reflects on the 8 causes of basic types of karma. In Sansatan Vichaya, one thinks about the vastness of the universe and the loneliness of the soul. Buddhist meditation refers to the meditative practices associated with the religion and philosophy of Buddhism. Core meditation techniques have been preserved in ancient Buddhist texts and have proliferated and diversified through teacher-student transmissions. Buddhists pursue meditation as part of the path toward awakening and nirvana. The closest words for meditation in the classical languages of Buddhism are bhavana, jhana, dhyana, and vipassana. In the modern era, Buddhist meditations are increasing popularity due to the influence of Buddhist modernism on Asian Buddhism and Western lay interest in Zen and Vipassana movement. The spread of Buddhist meditation to the Western world parallels the spread of Buddhism in the West. A modernized concept of mindfulness based on the Buddhist term sati and related meditative practices have in turn led to mindfulness-based therapies. In Sikhism, Simran, meditation and good deeds are both necessary to achieve the devotee's spiritual goals. Without good deeds, meditation is futile. When Sikhs meditate, they aim to feel God's presence and emerge in the divine light. It's only God's divine will or order that allows a devotee to desire to begin to meditate. Nam Japna involves focusing one's attention on the names of or great attributes of God. Taoist meditation has developed techniques including concentration, visualization, ki, cultivation, contemplation, and mindfulness. Meditation, in its long history, traditional Taoist meditative practices are influenced by Chinese Buddhism from around 5th century and influenced traditional Chinese medicine and the Chinese martial arts. Livia Cohn distinguishes three basic types of Taoist meditation: concentrative, insight, and visualization. Ding literally means desired, stabilize, refers to deep concentration, intent contemplation, or perfect absorption. Guan or watch, observe, view. Meditation seeks to emerge and attain unity with the Tao. It was developed by Tang Dynasty Taoist masters based upon the Tiantai Buddhist practice of Vipassana meditation techniques popularized by Taoist Shanking and Lingbo schools. A meditator visualizes or actualizes solar and lunar essences, lights, and deities within their body, which supposedly results in health and longevity, even Xian, immortality. Classical Jewish texts expose a wide range of meditative practices often associated with the cultivation of kavana or intention. The first layer of rabbinic law, the Mishnah, describes ancient sages waiting for an hour before their prayers in order to direct the hearts to the omnipresent one. Other early rabbinic texts include instructions for visualizing the divine presence and breathing with conscious gratitude for each breath. Christian meditation is a term for a form of prayer in which a structured attempt is made to get in touch with and deliberately reflect upon the revelations of God. The word meditation comes from the Latin, I told you already, which means to concentrate. Christian meditation is a process of deliberately focusing on specific thoughts and reflecting on the meaning in the context of the love of God. Christian meditation is sometimes taken to mean the middle level in a broad three-stage characterization of prayer. It then involves more reflection than first level vocal prayer, but is more structured than the multiple layers of contemplation in Christianity. The Rosary is devotion for the meditation of the mysteries of Jesus and Mary. The gentle repetition of its prayers makes it an excellent means to moving into deeper meditation. It gives us an opportunity to open ourselves to God's Word, to refine our interior gaze by turning our minds to the life of Christ. The first principle is that meditation is learned through practice. Many people who practice Rosary meditation begin very simply and gradually develop a more sophisticated meditation. The meditator learns to hear an interior voice, the voice of God. You remember 10 commandments? Okay. Salah is a mandatory act of devotion performed by Muslims five times a day. The body goes through sets of different postures as the mind attains a level of concentration called khushu. A second optional type of meditation called dhikr, meaning remembering and mentioning God, is interpreted in different meditative techniques in Sufism or Islamic mysticism. This became one of the essential elements of Sufism as it was systemized traditionally. It is juxtaposed with the fikr, thinking, which leads to knowledge. By the 12th century, the practice of Sufism included specific meditative techniques, and its followers practiced breathing controls and the repetition of holy words. Sufism uses a meditative procedure like Buddhist concentration involving high intensity and sharply focused introspection. Sufism literally means reflection upon the universe. This is considered to permit access to the form of cognitive and emotional development that can emanate only from the higher level, that is from God. The sensation of receiving divine inspiration awareness awakens and liberates both heart and the intellect, permitting such inner growth that the apparently mundane actually takes on the quality of the infinite. Muslim teachings embrace life as a test to one's submission to God. Dervishes of certain Sufi orders practice whirling, a form of physically active meditation. New Age meditations are also influenced by Eastern philosophy, mysticism, yoga, Hinduism, and Buddhism. It may contain some degree of Western influence. In the West, meditation found its mainstream roots through the social revolution of the 1960s and 70s, when many of the youth of the day rebelled against traditional religion as a reaction against what some perceived as a failure of Christianity to provide spiritual and ethical guidance. New Age meditation, as practiced by the early hippies, is regarded for its techniques of blanking out the mind and releasing oneself from conscious thinking. This is often aided by repetitive chanting of a mantra or focusing of an object. New Age meditation evolved into a range of purposes and practices, from serenity and balance to access to other realms of consciousness to the concentration of energy in group meditation to the supreme goal of samadhi, as in the ancient yogic practice of meditation. The US National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health states that meditation is a mind and body practice that has a long history of use for increasing calmness and physical relaxation, improving psychological balance, coping with illness, and enhancing overall health and well-being. A 2014 review found that practice of mindfulness meditation for 2 to 6 months by people undergoing long-term psychiatric or medical therapy could produce small improvements in anxiety, pain, or depression. In 2017, the American Heart Association issued a scientific statement that meditation may be a reasonable adjunct practice to help reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases, with the qualification that meditation needs to be better defined in higher quality clinical research of these disorders. Low quality evidence indicates that meditation may help with irritable bowel syndrome, insomnia, cognitive decline in the elderly, and post-traumatic stress disorder. In the 1960s, another surge in Western interest in meditative practices began. The rise of communist political power in Asia led to many Asian spiritual leaders taking refuge in Western countries, oftentimes as refugees, in order to spiritual forms of meditation. Secular forms of meditation have taken root. Rather than focusing on spiritual growth, secular meditation emphasizes stress reduction, relaxation, and self-improvement. The psychologist Thomas Joyner argues that modern mindfulness meditation has been corrupted for commercial purposes by self-help celebrities, and suggests that it encourages unhealthy narcissistic and self-obsessed mindsets. Meditation has been correlated with unpleasant experiences in some people. In one study published in 2019 of 1,232 regular meditators with at least 2 months of meditation experience, about a quarter reported having had practically unpleasant meditation-related experiences, which they thought may have been caused by their meditation practice. Meditators with the high levels of repetitive negative thinking and those who only engage in deconstructive meditation were more likely to report unpleasant side effects. Adverse effects were less frequently reported in women and religious meditators. Difficult experiences encountered in meditation are mentioned in traditional sources, and some may be considered to be just an expected part of the process. Many major traditions in which meditation is practiced, such as Buddhism and Hinduism, advise members not to consume intoxicants, while others, such as the Rastafarian movements and Native American Church, view drugs as integral to the religious lifestyle. Yeah, one part of Hindus also, they mix the drugs with this thing, what is it, prasad. On the other hand, the ingestion of psychoactives has been a central feature in the rituals of many religions in order to produce altered states of consciousness. In several traditional shamanistic ceremonies, drugs are used as agents of ritual. In the Rastafari movement, cannabis is believed to be a gift from Jah and a sacred herb to be used regularly, while alcohol is considered a debasement. Native Americans use tired as part of religious ceremony. Continuing today, guided meditation is a process by which one more participants meditates in response to the guidance. One or more participants meditate in response to the guidance provided by a trained practitioner or a teacher, either in person or via a written text, sound recording, video or audio visual media comprising music or verbal instruction or combination of both. The term guided meditation is most commonly used in clinical practice, scholarly research and scientific investigation to signify an aggregate of integrated techniques. The most common and frequently used combination of synthesis comprises meditation, music and receptive music therapy, guided imagery, relaxation, some form of meditative practice and mindfulness and journaling. Investigators, clinicians and research authors frequently analyze and discuss the effects and efficacy of this intervention as a whole, with the result that it is often difficult to attribute positive and negative outcomes to any of the specific techniques that contribute to guided meditation. Furthermore, the term guided meditation is frequently used interchangeably with the terms guided imagery and sometimes with creative visualization in popular psychology and self-help literature, and to a lesser extent in scholarly and scientific publications. Consequently, understanding the nature, scope, application and limitations of guided meditation requires it to be considered in context and relationship to the multiple techniques that are integral to its practice, allowing for variations in terminology. Guided meditation as an aggregator or synthesis of techniques including meditation, music, these things music, receptive music therapy, guided imagery, relaxation, meditative praxis and self-reflective diary keeping or journaling has been shown to be effective in precipitating therapeutic, rehabilitative and educational benefits, and employed as an adjunct to primary clinical and instructional strategies, including as a means to lower levels of stress, minimize the frequency, duration and intensity of asthmatic episodes, control and manage pain, coping skills, improve ability to carry out demanding tasks in exacting situations, decrease the incidence of insomnia, abate feelings of anger, reduce occurrences of negative or irrational thinking, assuage anxiety, raise levels of optimism, enhance physical and mental aptitude, and increase general feeling of well-being and self-reported quality of life. Experienced meditators agree a daily meditation practice can have significant benefits for mental and physical health. But one thing they probably won't agree on, the most effective types of meditation. That's simply because it's different for everyone. After all, there are literally hundreds of meditation techniques encompassing practices from different traditions, cultures, spiritual disciplines and religions. There is not a universally accepted best or most effective type. Rather, it is our individual preference that helps us choose the right one that works best for us. Choosing between guided and unguided meditation is often the best first step in starting a meditation practice. In guided meditation, a teacher guides you through the basic types of steps of the practice, either in person or via a meditation app like Headspace. This type of meditation is particularly useful for beginners because the teacher is experienced and trusted, and their guidance can be key to helping those who are new to the practice get the most out of the experience. Most guided meditations follow a simple format. The teacher explains how the mind behaves during meditation, leads you through a particular meditation technique, and then suggests how to integrate this technique into everyday life. In unguided meditation, also known as silent meditation, you meditate alone without someone else explaining the process. For some people, unguided meditation involves simply sitting in quiet and paying attention to the body and thoughts for a set period of time. For others, it involves using some of the techniques they have learned from previous guided practices. Meditation techniques are often described as being either calming or insight meditation. The intention of calming meditation is to cultivate a quite a more peaceful state of mind and improved concentration. Most calming meditation practices involves focusing on a particular object, a breath, a mantra, a visualization, a physical object, or even physical sensations within your body, and returning to that object whenever you get distracted or notice your mind starting to wander. Alternately, people who practice insight meditation often set an intention to transform their minds by developing qualities such as wisdom and compassion. Insight meditation involves focusing on the breath and being aware of and noting all the physical and mental sensations that arise. There are many different definitions of meditation, but at Headspace it is defined as a formal exercise to cultivate compassion and awareness, with these qualities being seen as a foundation to a healthy and happy life. It is through the practice of the specific techniques listed below that we build stability of mind over time. Focused attention. This type of meditation is fairly straightforward because it uses the object of our breath to focus attention to anchor the mind and maintain awareness. Notice your mind starting to wander, simply return to the breath. Body scan. Often our body is doing one thing while our mind is elsewhere. Zen meditation. Okay, this is body. This technique is designed to sync body and mind by performing mental scan from the top of the head to the end of your toes. Imagine a photocopier light slowly moving over your body, bringing attention to any discomfort, sensations, tensions or aches that exist. Noting whether you are focusing on the breath or simply sitting in quiet. This technique involves specifically noting what is distracting the mind to the extent that we are so caught up in a thought or emotion that we have lost awareness of the breath. We note the thought or feeling to restore awareness, create a bit of space as a way of letting go and to learn more about our thought patterns, tendencies and conditioning. Visualization. This type of meditation invites you to picture something or someone in your mind. We are essentially replacing the breath with a mental image as the object of focus. It can feel challenging to some, but it's really no different than vividly recalling the face of an old friend naturally without effort. And so it is with meditation. By conjuring a specific visualization, we not only get to observe the mind, but we also get to focus on any physical sensations. Loving kindness. Focusing on the image of different people. It does not matter if we know them or not, if we like them or not, is integral to this technique. We direct positive energy and goodwill first to ourselves and then as a ripple effect to others, which helps us to let go of unhappy feelings we may be experiencing. Skillful compassion. Similar to the loving kindness meditation technique, this one involves focusing on a person you know or love and paying attention to the sensations arising from the heart. By opening our hearts and minds for the benefit of other people, we have the opportunity to foster a feeling of happiness in our mind. Resting awareness. Rather than focusing on the breath or visualization, this technique involves letting the mind truly rest. Thoughts may enter, but instead of distracting you and pulling you away from the present moment, they simply drift away. Reflection. This technique invites you to ask yourself a question, perhaps something such as what are you most grateful for? Be aware of the feelings, not the thoughts, which arise when you focus on the question. Zen meditation. This ancient Buddhist tradition involves sitting upright and following the breath, particularly the way it moves in and out of the belly, and letting the mind just be. Its aim is to foster a sense of presence and alertness. Mantra meditation. This technique is similar to focused attention meditation, although instead of focusing on the breath to quiet the mind, you focus on a mantra, which could be a syllable, word or phrase. The idea here is that the subtle vibrations associated with the repeated mantra can encourage positive change, maybe a boost in self-confidence or increased compassion for others, and help you enter an even deeper state of meditation. Transcendental meditation. The practice involves sitting comfortably with one eyes closed for 20 minutes twice per day and engaging in the effortless practice as instructed. Students are encouraged to practice twice a day, which often includes morning meditation and a second session in mid-afternoon or early evening. Yoga meditation. Just as there are many different types of meditation, so too exist many styles of yoga, particularly Kundalini yoga, that are aimed at strengthening the nervous system so we are better able to cope with everyday stress and problems. However, in order to integrate the neuromuscular changes that happen during yoga and gain the important greatest benefit from the practice, you must take time for Savasana, Shavasana, known as CAPS or relaxation pose, to relax the body and relieve tension. Kundalini yoga is practiced by people that call themselves as saints, Swamijis, who change the society. Vipassana meditation, another ancient tradition, this one invites you to use your concentration to intensely examine certain aspects of the existence with the intention of eventual transformation. Vipassana pushes us to find insight into the true nature of reality via contemplation of several key areas of human existence: suffering, unsatisfactoriness, chakras, centers of energy, open, aligned and fluid. Blocked or imbalanced chakras can result in uncomfortable physical and mental symptoms, but chakra meditation can help to bring all of them back into balance. Qigong meditation. This is an ancient and powerful Chinese practice that involves harnessing energy in the body by allowing energy pathways called meridians to be open and fluid. They call them as qis, 5 sources of energy. What are the 5 sources of energy? Wind, water, fire, air and air. Okay. Sending this energy inward through meditation is thought to help the body heal and function. Sending the energy outward can help to heal another person. Sound bath meditation. This form uses bowls, gongs and other instruments to create sound vibrations that help focus the mind and bring it into a more relaxed state. Meditation has become a popular topic in thought and healing all over the world today. This has occurred mainly because of the emphasis placed on meditation by great teachers from India in their world travels over the past century. From Swami Vivekananda at the start of the 20th century to Sri Aurobindo, Ramana Maharishi, Paramahamsa, Yogananda, that many disciples of Swami Shivananda of Rishikesh and Maharishi Mahesh Yogi and his transcendental meditation movement, the teachers in India have brought the message of meditation to all corners of the globe. Life without meditation is no real life. Without meditation, we remain on the surface of our being and we cannot contact the real depths of truth and beauty hidden within all of us. Similarly, a culture without tradition of meditation is superficial and outward culture that has not yet contacted the wellsprings of life and creativity within. Meditation is the key to all lasting happiness because all lasting happiness must reside within us. If it comes from something external, we must eventually lose it. However hard we may try to hold on to it, it's never really ours. Happiness or sadness we have to feel it. When we lose a person or object of our happiness, we are left with sorrow and pain. The joy of meditation, on the other hand, can never be lost. It even follows us after the death of the body. Meditation is the sovereign way to change our consciousness, to lift us from the dreary sphere of egocentric concerns into a blissful realm of higher awareness. Yet, while many people speak of meditation and many practice it, few gain its greater rewards. This is because we often lack the foundation of life and personality to allow meditation to work for us. Nor does our culture provide the encouragement or support to pursue it. Visualizations of beautiful nature scenes of goddesses settle our field of impressions. Pranayama gives us additional energy to direct the mind within. Mantras like Om helps us counter negative thought patterns and harmonize the mind to higher vibratory frequency. But meditation, in essence, is simply resting in our true nature and disregarding all other distractions. 9 secrets of successful meditation are: take a broader view, know what meditation is not, know what meditation is, develop a genuine taste of meditation, find proper help from true master, find a congenial atmosphere within yourself, grow beyond dreams and desires, be creative at worldly and spiritual levels, be receptive to spiritual grace. The goal of meditation is not to clear your mind, it is to connect your mind and body, resulting in more peace, balance, focus and clarity. Benefits of meditation are lower blood pressure, improved blood circulation, lower heart rate, less perspiration, slower respiratory rate, less anxiety, lower blood cortisol levels, more feelings of well-being, less stress, deeper relaxation, improved sleep patterns, improved data retention and focus. Simple types of meditation styles are standing meditation, walking meditation, dance meditation, daily life practice meditation, breathing meditation. Other types of meditation are concentration meditation, mindfulness meditation. Other forms of meditation are listening to music, painting, drawing, art. Yoga, Tai Chi, take a walk or go on a run, journal and breathe. This meditation exercise is an excellent introduction to meditation techniques. Sit or lie comfortably. You may even want to invest in a meditation chair or cushion. Close your eyes. Use one of your cooling eye masks or restorative eye pillows if lying down. Make no effort to control the breath. Simply breathe naturally. Focus your attention on the breath and how the body moves with each inhalation or exhalation. Notice the movement of your body as you breathe. Observe your chest, shoulders, rib cage, and belly. Simply focus your attention on your breath without controlling its pace or intensity. If your mind wanders, return your focus back to your breath. Maintain the meditation practice for 2 or 3 minutes to start, and then try it for longer periods. Whatever you decide that works for you, start small, be forgiving of yourself, and release any expectations. Just be yourself. Okay, debates, discussion on topics like this can go on forever. Anyhow, let me call it a day. We'll meet again real soon. Some of the statements views expressed are solely mine based on limited knowledge gained over 6 decades. Always watch these videos with closed caption for absolute 100% comprehension. As per my sincere recommendation zillion times so far, I know I rushed through to complete the presentation within 20 minutes max, which is a norm that I had set myself to retain the viewer's attention. I know nowadays I exceed this time limit since I make honest attempts to cover the selected topic more elaborately, including so many intricate fine details, referring wide variety of our sources, in particular Wikipedia quite extensively, besides articles and books published recently. Besides, of course, I add my own salt and pepper and masala sprinkle based on my personal experiences so far in my life and also intuition. Stay at home as much as possible to maintain social distancing attributed to pandemic novel COVID-19 and prolong your lifespan. Lead a healthy life. God alone can put a stop to natural and unnatural events, viral cyber events like pandemics, which may lead to apocalypse and extinction of all sentient species on earth for no fault of theirs. Rest in peace and harmony.